Okay, first thing you want to do is remove the glove box. You do so by just taking out a couple screws on the hinge area, and then when you pull the box down, you have to mess with taking this off. So you can take out the screws to take out this plastic cover piece as well, because you'll actually want to take this whole plastic cover piece out. So take off all the screws you see visually, and that will enable you to take off the cover and the door, because you have to go and get the hinge out of this section right here in order to fully remove it. If you're doing any kind of car stereo and stuff too, there's a lot of room back there to run. I actually have a TV sitting on my table, but after making this one, I plan on making the same ledge and then mounting my TV a little lower now that I see this. So that's step one. You need to remove the door. So pull off all the visible screws that you see, pull this cover out, and then you'll have to finagle taking off the little bracket that actually holds the door down. Alright, step two is you're going to want to bend the two brackets I'm going to provide. They're already in an L shape coming to you, but you'll probably have to bend them down a little bit more to get them to get to just the right angle where you want, how you want the table to sit. So just do that. I use a hammer and then one of the screws that came out. You can do it. If you wanted to add an additional one, these are 4-inch L brackets, and then you just cut it off at the first hole. So you could add on a second one if you wanted to, but this is held up pretty well for mine. And then I have this square block that I will explain at the end that helps keep it in there. I did buy another angled brace that I thought about connecting to the bottom of it and just letting it rest against here, but I have not found the need to do that yet. And I used 2 big bottles of sake and a couple other things, so I feel these 2 alone would be enough. But if you want to be more safe and make yourself feel better, 4-inch L brackets, cut them off at the first hole and then bend them, and then you'll definitely be solid. Okay, so once you place your table in, you might need to make some more adjustments on the brackets to angle it up or down however you want it to be, because the distance between this side and this side are actually off based on the way that the curvature of the dash goes. So it's not a straight across piece. So if you want it to sit a little bit more up, you would want to, you know, adjust this bracket to be up in the air a little bit more. So, but I mean, you can get it in there and it sits pretty flush. So they're all going to need a little adjustments like that. So you can just, the 2 brackets that you put in, you just go and bend them up a little bit more. So there's the fitment of the table. So once you got it in there and you got the brackets all set up nice, you're going to want to use the screw and the washers that I provided, and you're going to just, you can use a screwdriver, they'll go right in, but make sure you use the washer, because if you don't use the washer, the screw might be too long and it will actually poke out the top. So just screw them in there and you're set. Okay. The final step of the installation is, I'll give you this block like this. And what I use the block for is I go and I put it in the back rear corner and I jam it in there like that. So, and what that does is that stops it now from being able to tilt forward. So you got the 2 brackets that will hold it in place, keep it from sliding in and out, and it will also balance it a little bit, but then this block back here will keep it from going up and down. So I've driven with 2 large sake bottles in the front for doing photo shoots, you know, getting rollers and stuff. So, able to set that up there no problem. Get yourself a nice junction produce. And there you go. Get your table set up. You can get different glasses. You can get a whole kind of sake set sitting up here. So, pretty versatile. And if you a little bit off, so that really wouldn't sit up there good. But there it is. So that is how you will install one of my front tables.